In the twilight of the 90s, the energy drink giant Red Bull embraced an unforgettable tagline: Red Bull gives you wings. This catchy phrase, while initially a marketing triumph, would soon spiral into a legal quagmire that threatened to shake the very foundations of the brand and the advertising industry as a whole. The epicenter of this legal tempest was located not on a global scale, but rather confined within the United States. The protagonist of our story? A man by the name of Benjamin Careathers. A dedicated Red Bull consumer for a decade, Benjamin had grown accustomed to the sharp, invigorating taste of the caffeine-laced beverage, the iconic blue and silver can always within arm's reach. But after 10 long years, Benjamin found himself decidedly earthbound, devoid of the wings he had been promised. His physical abilities remained unchanged, his mental capacity unimproved. Feeling deceived, Benjamin decided to take the fight to Red Bull's doorstep. His accusation, false advertising, his grievance, unfulfilled promises. It was a David versus Goliath scenario, a single man daring to challenge a beverage titan. But the court did not dismiss his claim as frivolous. Instead, they treated it with the gravity it deserved, and the legal proceedings began in earnest. Red Bull's tagline was undeniably a marketing coup. It was bold, memorable, and audacious. But had it crossed a line? Could a consumer truly expect to sprout wings after a few sips of Red Bull? The answer, of course, is a resounding no. But Benjamin argued that the tagline implied a boost in physical and mental performance, a promise he felt had been unfulfilled. Although it contains many ingredients that the company claims are stimulants, the active ingredient is caffeine. The company makes those claims despite mounting evidence that its eponymous product contains no more stimulation than could be found from any other source of caffeine. A 250 ml can of Red Bull contains about 80 milligrams of caffeine. That's less than other caffeine fixes, including coffee, a 207 ml cup of which can contain as much as 150 milligrams of caffeine. In 2014, Red Bull agreed to pay out $13 million settlement of the U.S. class action lawsuit that accused the company of false advertising. The company defended its marketing claims, with company spokesman stating that Red Bull settled this lawsuit to avoid the unpredictability and high costs of litigating in the U.S. Red Bull's marketing has always been witty, truthful, and accurate. Red Bull agreed to compensate American consumers who had purchased their product between 2002 and 2014, with the choice of a $10 cash payment or a $15 voucher for Red Bull products. In response to the lawsuit, they decided to adjust their slogan. Not a complete overhaul, but a subtle change that was enough to keep them on the safe side of the law. The famous tagline, "Red Bull gives you wings," was tweaked to "Red Bull gives you wings." Yes, you heard that right. They added an extra "I" to the word wings. It was a cheeky move, a clever twist that allowed them to say that they never promised actual wings, but rather wings. This change was more than just a clever play on words. It was a strategic move that allowed Red Bull to retain their iconic tagline while also protecting themselves from any future legal troubles. The company's response to this lawsuit showed their resilience and adaptability, proving that even when faced with adversity, Red Bull still has the ability to soar. The outcome of the lawsuit had far-reaching implications, not just for Red Bull, but for the world of advertising as a whole. It underscored the importance of truth in advertising, a principle that goes beyond mere compliance to laws. It's about trust between brands and their consumers. This lawsuit was a stark reminder that companies must be careful with their claims, no matter how catchy or memorable they may be.